Start out with flag salute.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Marion County Land Bank Board meeting October 6, 2025. We'll start out with administrative business. First thing we have is the July 7th minutes. Got a chance to review those. So I'll ask for a motion to approve.
I move that we accept the minutes as presented.
Okay, motion by Dave.
Second.
Second by Clark. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
4-0.
Thank you.
Next thing we have is a resolution setting the regular meeting dates and times for Marion County Land Bank Board of Trustees for the year 2026. We have resolution number 2025, which
Yep, that's right.
25-01, stipulating the dates and times which are listed there. Date are starting the same time, 12:15, and you have your 4 regular meeting dates in January, April, July, and October, and special meetings may be called as needed with notice requirements. Any questions or issues with that? If not, I'll ask for a motion to adopt resolution 2025-01.
I'll make a resolution to adopt Land Bank Resolution number 2025-01 as written, setting the
We
meeting
have a
dates.
motion by Clark,
I'll second it.
second by Dave. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. 4-0. Okay. Off agenda items.
Would I get your signature on this?
Okay.
Thank you. Hello.
Sorry.
Off agenda items, we still waiting on our,
Yes.
still waiting on survey on our 10
I
acre.
think they were out there last week finally, so.
Okay. So that will be forthcoming, I guess.
Yes, for the-
Any other off agenda items?
I do need to share the property list. And it is still the same as it was this time last year. We have one property in the land bank and it is the south 6 feet of lot 15 of Lakeshore Edition. So that's posted on the website. It'll stay out there, so.
Any way we can resolve that?
Yes, probably within the next year, we should be able to make progress on it. There's it can only be combined with a specific property there or sold separately. So I don't know if you'll remember, but there was a structure that was built years and years ago, and it was over the line. So there's a little bit of a quirky thing with this piece. So, and then the adjoining property was, I think, potentially needs to be cleaned up. So before we could be offering it. So.
So do we make contact with the property owner that needs to take some action on his property?
Planning and zoning is already on that, right?
I don't know if that's an active violation at this time, so I'd have to check on that.
Anything else? Make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Alright. Marion County Commission meeting, Monday, October 6th, 2025, 12:30 p.m. Start off with public forum. Is there anybody from the public that would like to speak? Please limit it to 3 minutes. Anybody online? Hearing none. Close public forum and move on to agenda approval. Is there anything we need to add to the agenda approval? There's one executive, county counselor. Any others? Okay. Move forward with the agenda as noted. Administrative business.
Okay. I can get through this report. The first thing there is change orders. Nothing has changed.
Sorry, getting good at that.
All right, next we have the minutes of September 30th.
Everybody had a chance to review the minutes of September 30th. Any corrections? If not, it's a motion to approve. Moved by Ken,
Second.
second by Dave. All those in favor? Aye. Aye. 5-0.
All right, we have early checks in the amount of $12,269.18.
Any questions with any of the warrants? If not, I'll make a motion to approve $12,269.18.
Second.
Second by Dave. All those in favor?
Aye.
5-0.
Okay, that's all I have.
On the table, you have some outstanding checks that have been outstanding for more than 2 years. And so those are, to be able to clear the books, we're to write those off after 2 years. And that is typically done by a motion and a vote.
A motion to write off the outstanding checks, in the amount of $14,380.96.
I move that we write off $14,380.96 for 2 years and older.
Motion,
Second.
a second. All those in favor? Aye. 5-0.
And apparently I didn't put my report in your packet, so I'll make a copy for all of you. I apologize. I was doing that kind of late at night, so. And that was all that I had that is not elsewhere on the agenda.
Outside board reports. Shouldn't be in there right now. Okay. Road and bridge equipment purchase.
Yep. You wanna come up here, Tom?
Mr. Day off?
Yeah, it ain't my idea.
Okay, and Commissioner Beneke had requested that this be put on, so he has some information and an opportunity to share, and I asked Tom to be here to be able to answer questions and.
Truck and belly dump trailer combination that we bought earlier this year, I think is working very well. The person that drives it's pretty happy. Steve says everything works good. There's an opportunity possibly, only urgency would be to purchase a brother or sister truck to the one we just bought, be about the same miles, same money for the 45,000. That truck won't last long on the lot. Whether we would want to put our name on it to purchase that would need to be a quick decision. Trailer manufacturers have put a 3% price increase across the board on their trailers. They will have the same price we gave for the one that we bought, which that price increase would be $1,200 some dollars. Didn't know if we had consensus to move forward in any way, shape, or form on this. Steve acted like maybe he had a couple people that would be qualified to drive it if we got one. Works very more efficiently than the pup trailer, as far as we can tell. I'd like Tom's opinion on, should we keep the pup trailer or?
Yeah, I got a new truck coming to Poland.
I was just worried about retiring the one that it has been pulling it with the miles it's got on, and
It'll get knocked down, I mean,
which is fine. So,
new truck coming, will be the one pulling it.
okay. So
How much money?
I think, what was it, 42.8 or something like that for that trailer.
Something like that.
That's how I figured the 3% puts it at $1,200 and some dollars different. If they would honor that if we ordered it, it'd be here, wouldn't be here till basically the end of the year. It'd be over 2 to 3 months out, so, before we'd get it. But we would need to let Stan know.
I think you lost me. Are you talking tractor and trailer?
Yes. The urgency would be on the truck to put our name on it.
How much for the truck?
45,000, just like we gave for the other one. It's identical brother or sister, the one we just bought, seems to. Deep Brock's bought one of them, Ag Service, and they're all saying they've had really good luck with them. Steve said it's Tom's decision, he's in charge of equipment purchases to.
You have another driver?
He seemed happy with,
Yeah, we'd have a driver.
so,
My biggest concern was paying for it.
Right. We just
That's where
jumped through some hoops to make some stuff happen.
We did some road graders last week.
What's the special equipment fund look like?
So Tom and I met on
Friday.
Friday, and kind of looked over that budget, and it kind of depends on how you, so we have not paid for the dump truck yet, and it depends whether we go for a lease purchase on that or pay cash. I have it in the budget potentially to pay cash for that dump truck, and we would still have enough potentially to buy a used semi at 45,000. But that also would take pretty much, the majority of what we have left in the fund. And so it would be fine as long as we don't have any other like emergency equipment needs that would arise in the meantime. And then also, Tom had some other things that at some point he's gonna wanna purchase, but it's, I don't think that was this year.
Not this year.
So, but I don't know that we would have enough to do both, to do a trailer also until maybe the spring. We could if we did a lease purchase on the dump truck. And then the other thing is we do have some equipment that we are looking to sell, after we get the new dump truck in. And that is not factored into the cash on estimate on the budget that we just approved. So we would potentially have some more money coming in. So we would, it's likely that we would be fine to pay for it.
Would we selling enough stuff to offset that?
Not to offset the $100,000.
No, I'm talking about the semi, 45.
Possibly.
I don't think.
Based on
We'll be
what,
decent close, but not. I don't know the used dump truck market at all, so.
I don't know.
I don't expect a whole lot out of them.
But you feel the used truck market's gonna go down the next 6
Does
months?
anything go
With
down?
all these truck lines
going
going
up,
on.
everything goes up.
No, I mean,
I get what you're saying, but
there's a lot of trucks sitting. If we waited,
What's that?
where'd this truck come from, Mike?
Williams,
What was it done before?
Manco.
and Coke. It's all highway miles.
They took care of it.
They trade trucks, they rotate trucks up quite often.
Or just one of these same trucks up for, to get for that 45,000. Probably let Stan know fairly quick.
When's he supposed to get it in?
A week ago, he said, probably about 30 days. He said, trailer said they had that increase, but they honor what we gave for the last one.
Are we creating enough efficiency with what you've seen from the semi we're using now?
Oh, I'm sure. Especially on the long haul, it pays off a lot better.
doesn't tear up as many overhead lines either,
No.
huh?
And he said it works really well compared to pulling that football in here. So he can almost make another round a day. Slow down to about 25, 30, hit the switch, never stop.
Is there anything else that you could see more pressing to need the funds?
I do wanna get something to do some hedge tie trimming. Our tractor and mower is done, I mean,
That would be in the next budget year though, right?
I'm assuming, so that was my plans, cause it all comes down to what you're gonna do with the new dump truck, whether we have money left or not.
Being
Like everything else, it's all about the money.
a lease purchase on the new
Is it needed?
truck.
I mean, is that gonna solve any problems? Is it gonna fix anything? That's a better question.
Especially since that truck's kind of being replaced prematurely of its lifetime with it being rigged. So
So we're gonna move forward with the lease purchase then, or?
Well, we haven't got it yet. But in order to get the semi paid for. I just be in favor once we get the dump truck in place, doing a lease purchase on it. And that'd be my motion, I guess.
Motion to move forward with a getting semi.
Pay for that lease purchase on the new dump truck.
I'll second that.
What about the new trailer?
Pending staff checking it out and making
Yeah.
sure.
Sure. Pending staff approval. You haven't seen it yet then?
No.
Okay, it's pending your approval.
I'll second it.
Yeah, well, no, it's been seconded by Mike. Discussion,
And
I'm
maybe,
not, I believe it's an opportunity. We need to seize the opportunities we can, but we gotta shut the tap off here pretty quick.
we'll cut down on
Every week, we're coming up with another thing we need, or this or that, and it's,
That's why I proposed the lease purchase. We can't buy them both, in my opinion.
we'll just cut down on hiring somebody else to haul rock in. Independent people.
Somewhat, yeah,
And it would help
to some extent.
It'll depend on staffing, you
staffing.
know, and how much we need to be hauling.
Tom says we have a driver.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't want to see parked out there, behind me see parked.
it is a deal. It's, pending staff approval, I can be on board with it. So I just really wanna reiterate, we gotta stop looking for new things to spend money
I
on.
know, because Tom's gonna keep getting calls.
If it hauls,
About that.
if that belly dump trailer hauls 10 more ton over tandem, even at $5 ton,
I get
that's
it,
$50 every load that we save.
I get it, Mike, but we gotta work within a budget. We can't just keep going and going
It pays for itself.
down the road. We don't have so much money allocated year by year.
Then we get another truck and we pull somebody off to drive that truck, what are they not doing then?
What's that?
You say you've got a driver that can drive the truck, so if he's driving the truck, what's he doing now that he's not gonna be doing if he's driving the truck?
He just, he's gonna.
I mean, he's not sitting around right now, he's doing something else.
No, he's in one of the 10-wheel dump trucks now. After the new dump truck gets here, we'll be getting rid of 2 of them, cause one does set.
You're gonna sell 2 dump trucks?
It moves up to the new one, right?
Right, and then move that one down to do the chip sealing and.
I'm just trying to look at a way of offsetting the 45,000.
Mike's right, it will offset down the road, just, and it is a deal. It's just,
Another thing to keep in mind is we have to approve the budgeted transfers. They aren't just gonna happen. We get tight, we might not vote in a budgeted transfer.
So
we'll end up tying our hands.
I will say that if you don't approve the budgeted transfer for special equipment, that a budget that we just approved for that amended budget is not possible for the special equipment fund. So all that would take into account making the scheduled transfer for this year, the final one.
Alright, there's a motion, second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. 5-0.
Moving forward.
Yeah, when you get a chance, you're on vacation now, but
So that's
need
just
you to
on,
look at it.
that's on the truck, right?
Trucks are in.
That's just the truck, not the trailer.
Not the trailer yet. Not the trailer yet. Make sure that the truck is
Okay,
something you want,
okay.
committing to.
Okay.
Thanks, Tom.
Anything else? Thank you.
Go back to your rainy day chores.
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay, I passed around my report. Clerk, I think you may have 2 copies of it if you didn't pass one down. Okay.
All right. What we-
What's that? Oh, I just,
Or is it just FYI?
it's just FYI, if there's anything, you can talk about anything that, you know, that, if there's anything on there that you wanna talk about. It's just that I forgot to get it in the packet. So,
Okay. Well, Wayne is here.
Yeah.
And we're past his time, so we need to move.
So do I just need to start talking?
You're the man of the hour and the hour hasn't passed.
I'm here,
if you would come over here, that would.
oh, sure.
Thank you.
I'm here for Shirley Joe Hat and Wendy Hat, for the motorcycle race out at the Oak Quarry. I talked to Tina. She said I really didn't need to be here, but I just want to make sure all the Ts are crossed and the county's got our blessing to have it, even though it's in the city limits. So there's no last minute thing, whoa, whoa, whoa. And also I'll be working under authority of the sheriff's department out there, so we'll always have a police officer out there Sunday, so. But does anybody have any questions or?
When is it?
Saturday and Sunday. Saturday will be Pee Wee race and then just like practice riding the trail. It's put on by Forward Motion, which is basically family orientated. Families go, kids, wives, or husbands if their wives racing. Everybody I've always talked to about these races, there's never no trouble or nothing. Everything goes pretty good with them.
Is it
So-
100-mile race or laps or? What do you call
It'll
it?
be lapped, it won't be 100-mile, and there'll probably only be about 100 riders this year because of short notice and everything, kind of 3 weeks notice. We had planned this, and then with Rocky passing and stuff, we kind of delayed it. But Forward Motion had a race, place where they was gonna race cancel, so then they got a hold of us. And then, so they're basically running the show. They'll have the flaggers and all that, so, but,
Road from the EMS station, so we don't
Yeah.
really have to staff it.
yeah,
Doing camping?
yeah. There's plenty of, if you ever been out there, there's all kinds of good solid place for campers and stuff, and, won't be really a lot of area for spectators to watch the race, other than up behind the scale house. But, we're gonna pretty well keep people away from the racing area, cause we don't need anybody getting hurt, so.
That's all.
Any local organizations get money off of it?
I think there's some food vendors that's gonna be out there. I know Wendy's really been, working hard on it, getting everything organized. And, but there'll be some food vendors. I think there's gonna be some live entertainment, Friday night maybe and Saturday night, like one-man band like Callahan and maybe, Aaron Waddell, just for some entertainment. But that's the plans anyway, if it's not raining and stuff, so it don't look like it's gonna be raining.
You got,
Do a blessing.
yeah, you got a lot of blessing. I mean, thanks for doing something positive for the community and doing
And I think
what you do.
Sharon has got everything needed for the special event permit that will get posted, right? Or do we even need that?
So technically, it's not in the county's jurisdiction, but as stated in a memo to the commissioners, I'll still go ahead and notify all of our entities like fire, EMS, LEO, just so that they're aware.
Yeah.
Just, I mean, due to the nature of the event and the location of it, that way they can be staffed up and ready to handle any emergencies.
And I've already notified Jeff and the chief in Marion, Mark Slater, the interim fire chief, and Wendy got a hold of Mickey Pierce think that's his name, the interim EMT director. Price, that's right. So they've all been notified and aware that it's happening, so.
Have you notified Main Street in Marion, the merchants? So they can,
No.
so they can prepare food?
Margot knows a little bit about it. Would she be the one to get a hold of? Or,
No, Wendy got a call, the grocery store, Subway,
okay,
you know,
now, she may have already done that. But,
Casey's,
okay,
you know, all those people, hopefully they'll come
Oh, yeah.
and spend some money.
yes,
I'm
yes,
looking out for Marion County.
right, oh,
I want some of
definitely.
that money. You're not
I know.
gonna give me any, I can tell.
Tax revenue. Heck, yeah, I think Wendy has done that.
We're gonna make sure.
Yeah.
And that's very, a lot of times the merchants don't know. You know, the school's bad about having tournaments, don't tell anybody.
Right,
You
right.
Bring 500 people to town, put the strain on.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. I don't think there'll be that many this year. It's just by what I've kinda,
But they should know that
yeah, most definitely. Cause there'll probably be people needing gas and bread and ice and beer and pop and all that, so.
it'd be nice to let the merchants know.
Yeah, I'll get with Wendy. She's gonna be with the city council meeting with me. She had other stuff going on now and she asked me if
If
I.
you're calling from home. and-
Yeah, most definitely. So yeah, I will let her know that, so. I think she already has, but I'll make sure, so, yeah.
Alright,
It's good, it's a good way to promote the county.
Yeah.
I had a ride this weekend and I had some guys from Topeka tell me that Marion County is now known as the dirt bike mecca.
There you go. Sorry I didn't make it. I had a bad day that day, so, with my damn lungs, so. But anyway,
I appreciate all you do.
Yeah, thanks, Dwayne.
yeah. So, any other questions?
I was gonna say, if the paper had any of this last issue of the Explorer or whatever, lists some of the businesses here in town, if they had extra ones, maybe try to get them and have them out there
Yeah.
for people to take or something, if you had some extras left over.
Alright,
It'd be good use of the ones that are left over.
I'm sweating, my palms are sweating. Why am I nervous?
I don't know why you're nervous.
All right, well, thank you.
All the time, you're
I
fine.
don't think any of us gonna shoot at you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you, Thank you, Sharon.
Thanks, Brian.
What's up, brother?
Alright.
Motorcycle race.
So there is actually one more thing on the administrative that I didn't talk to you about, but we can talk about later. It's kind of just the direction that you wanna go on that Peabody Building project. So before we leave today, maybe we can talk about that for a little bit, so.
Okay.
I think that's like the second or I know Wendy.
Only a minute ahead of schedule. Whoever is here for Orsted, Jace, or Danny, please take a seat up here if you're the main spokesperson.
Oh, all right. All right, well, we'll start with T61. We successfully got the blade down, got it removed from site, took about 48 hours. Then when they brought the sub down, we had transport ready to go and they hauled it over to Garden City with everything else. The new blade is on and turbine actually just went back in operation today, so we had KDHE was out. They went out, walked around the field with us. That report's all public, so you guys should be able to get it if you want it. That's about it for T61. As far as the ADLS system goes, it's ongoing. We've since I think the last time we've talked, at that time we came in, we had just done one firmware update on the LCM, the lighting control module. We have since done another one on the LCM because that one obviously didn't work. Then we did another one on the light itself. And we here a couple weeks ago told TWR that this isn't working, it's unacceptable, we're done with the firmware, we're testing the new ILCMs are on one string, they seem to be holding pretty good for the last couple months. So we're working on forcing their hand on giving us new ILCMs to replace on the entire facility. So they're under some management changes, but that's what's going through right now, so.
What is ILCM?
I'm not sure what they're calling it. It's probably, I don't know what the I stands for, but the LCM portion of it's the lighting control module. So it's one of the modules that's up tower that controls it. So. it receives the signal from the ADLS tower that tells it to go on or off. That communication, once it goes netcom, once the communication drops, the lights are programmed to automatically default to on. So that's why you'll notice after like there's a reset, our plant will function, and then as they lose comms, you'll see the onesie twosies. So
Back to the blade. So how much material did you deliver? What did you deliver to the repurposing facility? How much that way?
I mean, I don't know as far as like actual volume, just the entire blade.
But you paid to have it shipped to the repurposing facility. You paid the repurposing facility, I'm sure, by weight. How much did it weigh? How much did you remove from Marion County?
I mean, the entire blade. I don't know what the weight of the blade is.
But you obviously.
Removing the blade was an essential. We didn't necessarily note the per pound charge. They provided us with a quote, and then we paid that required amount to have the blade removed. It was never a debate of cost or anything. We were gonna have it done no matter what. So we don't have that specific number available at the moment.
I'm just concerned with, I watched the blade hit the ground. I know what it did. It obviously, a lot of it disintegrated on impact. When, you know how much the blade weighed when you put it up? You should know.
Yeah.
And my question is, how much did you deliver to the repurposing facility?
I mean, on impact, the blade, due to the nature of the failure, I mean, it came apart, but it didn't vaporize on impact. And the charges that were around the root of the blade were specifically designed to cut. So it was a severance charge that dropped the blade.
Additionally, as part of the cleanup, a portion of the topsoil would also be scooped up with the blade, so the weight would not match exactly. If we were to weigh the total debris, it would not be we could not compare before and after because we're scooping up more than just the blade. We want to make sure we remediate all the surrounding area as well.
Obviously, the dirt you scooped up didn't go to the repurposing facility. It went to a landfill.
The trucking company would have just taken it all away and then separated it out once they, it's like, when you take your recycling, the company takes it and then they separate it out once it gets there. So they took everything, and then once they took it, it would have been separated on their end, but the weight that they would have charged us for would have been inclusive of everything.
So you don't know how much washed away during the 3 inches of rain after the blade?
Again, to Jace's point, it came down in chunks. There wasn't really a vaporization, so nothing was washed away. Everything was picked up.
Well, what didn't shatter was cut up to fit in the trucks, correct?
Yeah.
So I guess my question is still, how much was actually, quote, recycled? How much?
All of it. I'm not sure how else to.
How much is that? I mean, you can't tell me that you got 100% of the blade if you can't provide a weight.
I'm not sure why I can't.
I think what he's getting at is, so when you cut the blade, you get flying debris and you get certain things.
Yeah.
He's just wondering how much of that is actually still left.
I mean, you can contact KDHE. There were no shaving filings or anything like that left.
A amount so small, like a negligibly small amount that we can't measure, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Like we cannot physically measure any amount that would have been left behind. To Jace's point, KDHE did a survey, walked around the site, didn't find any concerns with any debris that was left behind. So, to our, best efforts, we cleaned up as much of the debris as we possibly could.
You know there's a number associated with that KDHE report or anything?
They didn't send me the report number, but
Yeah,
it should
I've
be.
put in a request. I'll forward over any information I can. You were able to find it, Mr. Jantz? Okay,
I can get it.
thank you.
I put in a request for it a month ago and I still haven't gotten anything back from
The
it.
same, I have also not received, but to my knowledge, it's available under the Kansas Open Records Act.
I've already did a core on it a month ago and I still haven't gotten anything back from KDHE. Next question is, the county provided security for at least 3 days out there. How much did you pay the county for that?
I talked with the sheriff. We worked it out to where they said it was best for me to pay the individuals, so we hired the individuals and
What did you pay for the county vehicles that were out there?
they didn't bring me any sort of charge. If we need to get a contract in place, then we're not opposed to that. There was just no contract in place.
My question is, why didn't you, obviously there are private security companies around that could have sat and watched that.
We actually did call them. I actually called 2 or 3 of them, and there was nobody that could service this area.
Also, we felt it would be beneficial if we could hire folks from the community and be
On the busiest weekend of the summer when we had, I know I was out at the lake Sunday afternoon when there was a deputy sitting at your gate and nobody at the site. And the county lake was an absolute circus.
I apologize if we caused any trouble. If we had known, we certainly would not have wanted to cause the county any trouble. And, I would hope that, when we had asked if they had known we would cause trouble, that they would have communicated that to us and we would have found an alternative solution. But none of that was ever communicated to us when we had asked about hiring for security.
Okay, so now on to the ADLS system. Now these are your words, you've been polluting our county for 2 years.
Our words, we've been polluting the county?
Yeah. Your press release from September 28th of 2023. And I'm gonna pull it up and read it just so it's your words, not mine. Let me get this to come up. No, it won't pop up for me.
While he's looking for that, is there any other, anything else explosive wise coming down the road, anything?
No. That
Trying to
is,
get the transparency out so that way.
No, we didn't foresee that happening.
that's something we hope never. That company usually reserves that kind of work exclusively for decommissioning of sites. This was a unique situation that there was really just no other option and we were forced to.
Yeah, that's also why it took so long. We had multiple sets of engineers reviewing everything. We made an attempt at doing a rotor drop previously, but when they went to rotate the blade to get it in a correct position for the rotor to come actually down, the blade where it was liberating was starting to come apart.
If we had tried to take it off with a blade, it would have, or with a crane, it would have ended up swinging and caused a huge safety hazard.
Yeah, once that starts to move when it's actually hooked onto a crane, it could bring the whole entire crane down and be at risk for everybody that was working on that job. So definitely not the preferred method, but it was gonna end up being the safest method that we could do to get the blade down.
Do you have any big upcoming maintenance items, things that?
As far as maintenance goes, the only thing that we put a row in for T78 to remove a gearbox that's been down tower. GE's supposed to be sending that out here at any time, but that'll just be loading that out on the back of a truck, getting it out. We do have a gearbox that we're monitoring at another turbine, T15, I think. But a lot of times they'll operate for quite a while. If there's some sort of anomaly, that their engineering systems they'll monitor it. So
it come up a while ago, but as these things are coming in and out, and is there kind of a refresher as far as what roads were agreed to? And
so
I know that you guys, it sounded like you did something where you're trying not to tear up the pavement, but then they came in on another road that also has bridges, and we want to make sure we're not, jeopardizing something else by good intentions.
yeah, as far as like if you're talking about the blade for T61, we brought a crew in that came in and surveyed actually coming up Sunflower, coming actually in that route. The only reason why we had to switch it was when they did the construction, I believe what they did was they extended one of the roads out across the pasture and then they removed the road after construction. We couldn't get the blade up over those hills coming in. It was just too steep. So the only way we could actually get that one in for those turbines over there was off of the 77. So we did try to come in the other way, and if we could have came in any other way, we for sure would have. And then, I mean, with that, I mean, when we'd put it through for the permit, if there's any issues with the bridges or whatever, then obviously let us know. And if we end up having to build more roads or do something different, then we can address it as it comes up. But that's also why we try and reach out to make sure we got the permits in time. So if there is an issue with where we're coming in at, we can.
Well, you brought the blade in off 77 down 120th, and you brought the cranes in off 140th and down Timber Upland. So why didn't the cranes come in the same direction?
The cranes should have all came in down, 77 onto 120?
And I believe they came in off 140th and down Timber and Upland.
I don't believe so. They were past all that information.
Well, I just had somebody tell me that they watched the cranes drive by their house. I can't get this, for some reason I can't get this to come up, but it was your September 2023, it's on your usorsted.com news archive. You state that you installed in the ADLS system to eliminate light pollution in Marion County. That's what you call it. And I can't get it to pull up. Brett, I don't know if it's on your computer, I'd sent that to you, but for some reason, I pulled it up earlier and now it won't come up. There's a problem loading the page, like maybe a block. But anyway, so for, when this started, you installed the ADLS system to eliminate, your words, light pollution. And until March of this year, when I raised the issue, all the lights blinked. There were, 15 blinking last night when I came home. They're still blinking. So you obviously have not complied with your CUP, which states that you'll have an ADLS system. It's still not functioning. Why don't we revoke your CUP for non-compliance? I mean, can you give me a reason why we shouldn't?
Yes, so we are in compliance with the CUP. The ADLS system is installed. We have stated this point before. If you would like to take further actions, we certainly can't stop you from doing that, but it is our position and we will maintain that we are in compliance with the CUP.
I will agree to disagree. One other issue is noise. I've gotten some noise complaints. How can the public contact you to get you to address their concerns with noise?
So we do have a land team. I believe we've provided their information before, but if y'all don't have it, I'll make sure to pass it along to Tina.
I don't have it. Can you pass that along directly to
We
me?
can send over to Mr. so then he can forward it over.
Yeah, so additionally, we have been providing, or rather Jace has been providing regular updates to Mr. Jantz. So all of that information is available. We'll make sure that any contact information is available as well. And so they would be who you could contact for any sort of complaints like that. Yes, sir.
How many people do you have on your team in Marion County?
Here in Marion, Jace.
So the GE team is 5 plus a site manager. We have 2 on-site Orsted personnel, myself, and then a BOP technician.
And then the developers.
Yeah, then we have 1 developer that's local to here, and then we have folks like right now we have 3 folks that are doing services on the turbines, annual service work. So
that was 9 people local plus people coming in and out.
and then with some of the various jobs and stuff that go on, if we have drone inspections doing the blades, we'll have 1 to 2 people in for drone inspections. So we pretty routinely have anywhere between 2 and 6 folks that are supplementing the site staff.
That's good.
Any other questions?
Not hearing none, guys could come back whenever you can. I know it seems a little brutal, but it's actually not allowing things to fester is actually a better thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and I hope that the regular updates that we've been providing have been helpful as well. If there's anything else that we can provide, we're more than happy to.
Yeah.
Thank y'all for the time.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
I was looking for all the number that they provided us for the thing. Anyway. It might be a little ahead of schedule.
Is it okay to discuss this, the Peabody Building Project and what you want to do?
Feelings? Can't hear anything.
Too much.
Maybe there was a battery quiz.
No, back level, so it's just.
Find a hammer.
All right. Thoughts and feelings on the Peabody building?
And equipment and manpower to run it correctly.
Staffing is the issue, of course.
Down to paying for it. Yeah.
Staffing and paying for it, there you
Are we at a point where I think we are. They've provided the most updated drawings.
Yes.
And it's a stopping point, right?
Correct.
If you choose to make it.
Right, so you could decide to bid the project and see how that comes in, and then decide from there. Yes, I'm getting questions by the financial advisor and from the architect as far as what we're gonna do, and I just need the board to kind of.
So do we officially own those drawings now? Those are purchased
Yes.
free and clear?
Spend all the money.
I'm in favor of a design build at this point. Not complete design, but there's other elements that are not included in the floor plans, like the plumbings, the MEPs, all the stuff that we could get from a local contractor that would not cost us really anything as long as they were able to be involved in the bid. That's where I think we're gonna move forward, in my opinion. Even if we went with a pre-engineered building and didn't finish it out yet. Maybe put some underground rough end stuff in for those areas to become those things, but not
Finish them.
not finish it all out, and then that gives you a place for your road graders to go. And we can stop right there. We don't have to supply the plumbing, we don't have to do the leach field, we don't have to do, necessarily don't even have to do power. We don't have to do much anything other than provide a shelter. If we have the right GC involved, it would probably be all in favor of coming back in the future to finish it out.
And you can build a shell and
We'd be into some dirt work, concrete, and the pre-engineered metal building, practically, and the overhead doors in place, you know. But that's part of the pre-engineered building package. We could probably
Is there electrical there's no electrical service out there.
I have not.
Except the road.
I mean, it's just like any other construction, you've gotta, you know,
To bring in.
tap and a meter and.
I think that would probably be our safest move at the moment.
We don't need a generator, nothing like that.
We don't need anything. It's just putting a barn there, basically. Put a place inside. And if they gotta bring in equipment to work on something, they can drag a generator with them. It allows the location to be put in place and a few future thoughts to be put in before the concrete gets poured.
You could do the rough in, rough in plumbing.
You could just add PVC, basically. You'd be adding PVC and a little bit of labor for locations. Not really a huge expense, it's just planning for future.
Would we build a building big enough to house the EMS station, or would we build? I mean, if we're gonna do that, we may be better off just, your cost is gonna go up long-term when you piecemeal it together. Would be better off just to build the 40 by 50 or 50,
Build the whole shell.
or just build the shell for road and bridge,
Yeah.
and then
How much money we'd actually save.
There's not buying sheet rock and people force.
We could actually look at that GC to provide us that option, or the whole option.
Well, we know it costs, it would be cheaper if we, do the work all the time.
Long term, yes.
How about I put it on the agenda for October 20? Is that okay?
I mean, is anybody,
It sounds like we might.
I'm not opposed to that, we can, I'm just thinking, if we built just the road and bridge, if we're just gonna build a shell now, the utilities for road and bridge, all we gotta have is
Yeah.
for the plumbing, you know, minimal plumbing just for a bathroom.
yeah, that, it'd probably be better in an outhouse at this point.
But I'm just saying, if we get it stubbed in so that when,
Yeah.
if we do both of them, the ambulance station is gonna require significantly more plumbing just because of the,
Yeah, we could leave a rock floor on that side.
yeah, we could,
Concrete around the outside.
yeah. I would be,
Go ahead. You're not done. Go ahead.
Mike's been smiling over there for a minute. He's been listening to all this, ready to fire.
I am?
Yeah.
Well, I did a little checking. If we use 60 by 60, do a 40 by 60 with a quarter of that, a piece of concrete floor, no overhead doors, leave the rest of it open. Just the north wall. Then stick build a 20 by 60 on the side. Have the bathroom, a little bit of storage, another chunk of concrete, place they want to pull the pickup there and change oil on it or something. Half of that could still be just a rock floor, one overhead door, big enough to get the pickup in. Walk-in door, a small slide-up door between that north wall. A rough estimate to build that is $195,000. That would, to stay at $250,000, leave us $55,000 to get electricity, water, and sewer to the bathroom and sink. So I think that whole project for something adequate for our road and bridge building is $250,000.
Where'd you get the numbers?
Cody. He kind of knows what things cost. So we'd have the main deal, the lean-to would drop off of that. You could wood build this lean-to. Half of it would be concrete, half of it rock.
This is what
For the motor graders to have a spot to service was
Pretty much, I was planning on sticking with the architectural drawings. We already paid for
Yeah.
it, but it's still relative. I mean, we'd be talking about pre-engineered metal building with metal framing for a longer lifespan.
But there's no reason we couldn't do the 20-foot lean-to at a lower height, stick build it onto the 40 by 60 building. But it eliminates all the big overhead doors, eliminates 80% of the concrete, the drains, still adequate. The graders are under a roof, out of the weather. To me, it's something we can afford. It's what I would do.
Talk to us next week.
Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna
So I can,
reschedule this for the 20th.
Okay.
Everybody's on board, I think, moving forward with the
Looking at it.
GC working with us and then coming out with some projected pricing.
Two-year project, so what?
And then we can decide which route maybe we feel most comfortable with and figure out how we're gonna pay for it.
okay, I'll put it on the agenda for the 20th. Just wanna let you all know, I'll be gone on the 14th. I have a conference that I have to go to, so will not be at that meeting. I mean, we could schedule this on the 14th if you want, if you prefer that, but I won't be here, so,
It's fine.
okay.
Is everybody okay with that? I don't wanna ramrod my own.
I would be very comfortable with, I mean, there's confident contractors around here that can design, build for us anything we want. And we can stage this and do, I mean, this thing is I'm not gonna say it's overkill, but it's a forever structure, but we can get there eventually even if we do it a little bit at a time.
That's where architects too, they go,
Yeah.
Well, they wanna put their name on something.
And
And I don't blame them. In fact, this architect is a great
Yeah.
pick. I mean, we've worked with them a lot. They're very good. It's just sometimes their numbers can run a little high.
Okay, so I'll bring it back on the 20th and we can have a little more time to talk about it. Okay.
And he's here,
Yes.
sitting here talking about it. Sorry, I had to throw the compliment in there at the end.
Oh. This is Jeff Coolman
Oh, yeah.
and is the sheriff here?
He didn't look like him. My bad. See a lot of faces.
should die. He's about town.
You want me on the hot seat?
For them.
I think 30 minutes, sorry.
Yeah.
If we need more time, we can come out and ask for more.
Go right to it. You got anything else for open?
No.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, I move that we recess into executive session in order to discuss active litigation pursuant to KSA 75-4319B. Item number 2, for consultation with our attorney in matters deemed privilege. Under attorney-client privilege with the board, Jeffrey Coleman, Brad, Sheriff Jeff Soyas, and Tina for 30 minutes until 2:01. With open session to resume back in commission chambers following the closed session. Second. Motion. Second by Kent. All those in favor?
Aye.
It went across the street for a minute or two, that was a mistake.
Our national pastime this summer.
All right, out of executive session, at this time, I move to authorize payment $50,000 pursuant to the confidential mediation proposal from Jay Doherty. The payment is contingent upon all parties accepting that proposal.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
5-0. All right. Moving on.
Be safe, Jeff.
Thanks, Mike. Thanks for the info the other day, I appreciate it, on that young girl.
How are you?
Personal performance.
Got it.
Oh, you do. Handy. Oh.
Let's do 15.
I move that we recess into executive session to discuss the job performance of specific employees pursuant to KSA 75-4319B, item number 1 for personal matters and non-elected personnel, with the board, Tina, Brad, and Sharon for 15 minutes until 2:18, with open session to resume back in commission chambers following the closed session.
Second.
Motion. Second by Kent. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. 5-0.
Yeah, I'll just one over here.
Out of executive session, no decisions made. I believe there's still another topic on the table for Sharon, so.
The use of special exemptions, there's a limited list in the planning and zoning regulations. I guess my question is, what is the process that determines that an individual gets to go for a special exemption versus a regular permit? That, whether it be a conditional use permit or that is approved by this board, the special exemptions are approved by the appeals board and do not even come to the commission to know what's going on. So I just wondering what the process is that determines when an individual gets to go to a special exemption versus.
Okay, so like a special exception that goes through the Board of Zoning Appeals versus a conditional use permit that goes through the Planning Commission and then to the Board of Commissioners?
Correct.
Yeah, those are all in the zoning regulations. That's Article 21, and then Article 24 is for the, I need to see a copy of our regulation in front of me, but yeah, it states it spells it out which ones go to the Board of zoning appeals, and then which ones go to the planning commission and then to your board.
Well, I know the one, that was granted a few months ago, was for a trailer. And, that exemption is for hardship, whether it's house has been destroyed by flood, feast, or famine, and somebody wants to put in a trailer while they're rebuilding their house, which I understand, and I just, the one that was issued, I'm not sure what the hardship was.
The one where they were caring for their elderly parents.
Right.
Yeah, it states it specifically in that regulation. So that is one thing that is specifically stated out in that special exception.
They're,
Who determines whether it's a hardship or not? Is that what you're saying?
yeah, who determines whether, their statement was, if I remember correctly, it was a privacy issue is why they wanted to do it. And
Oh, why they couldn't move into the same house
Right.
as their parents and they wanted to live in a single wide mobile home?
Right.
Because that, we're given the option to do that within the regulations. It's
I
a
didn't-
right that is expressly allowed through a special exception.
I'll have to revisit that, cause I didn't see that part of it, so, okay, I'll look at that, but.
Sure. And then the Board of Zoning Appeals determines whether it's a hardship or not.
And did all the members of the zoning appeals, are they aware of all the ins and outs? I know I spent a couple hours looking at that before the meeting and it was hard for me to figure out, so are you briefing them on?
We do go through a briefing, yes. And then if they have questions, they're always welcome to talk to me or email me, call me. Some of them, I mean, I've explained it to them multiple times and it just doesn't seem to sink in.
It's
We have a planning commission conference actually coming up on October 17th that a few of our planning commissioners have signed up for, so hopefully that will help them get some clarification on that.
Okay. Good.
Okay. I also have
Anything else for me?
Anything else for Sharon?
I don't.
You got her here, you might as well. Alright.
See you, Sharon.
I do have a couple other just quick updates on some personnel performance
Executive item.
matters, yeah. So this one it is for specific employees, but it should just be, like, I think we would be fine with 10 minutes on this.
Alright, I move that we recess into executive session and to discuss the job performance of specific employees pursuant to KSA 75-4319B. Item number 1 for personal matters and non-elected personnel with the board, Tina, Brad, for 10 minutes until 2:35. With the open session resumed back to the commission chambers following the closed session. Second by Kent. All those in favor?
Aye.
5-0.
Okay.
Out of executive session, no decisions made. I move that we recess into executive session to discuss the job performance of specific employees pursuant to KSA 75-4319B. Item number 1 for personal matters and non-elected personnel with the board, Tina and Brad, for 10 minutes until 2:47. With open session to resume back in commission chambers following the closed session. Second. Yes, Clark second.
I'll sleep over here.
All those in favor?
Aye.
5-0.
Okay.
All right, out of executive session, no decisions made. Just one of them days.
Yeah, it is.
Rainy day on the agenda thinking, okay, we're done, here we go. And then I'm looking, oh, Brad, I just wrote it in executive.
Yeah.
All right.
I've got one for you for that too.
Where did I do it?
Oh, did I already give it to you?
No.
No. Hold on.
Something pull it up. It said somewhere.
Yeah, I have it.
Active, pending, active,
Pending.
pending.
Potential.
Potential.
That's the word I'm looking
Oh,
for.
potential. I think I wrote it out.
You did, I saw you do it.
Yeah.
Oh, well. Did you? I don't think so. It's for number 2, potential, and then under number 2.
I move that we recess into executive session in order to discuss potential litigation pursuant to KSA 75-4319B. Item number 2, for consultation with our attorney-client privilege. With the board, Brad, Tina, Ashley. For,
I don't wanna keep us longer than we need to be. 8 minutes, let's go till 3.
8 minutes until 3 o'clock with open session to resume back in commission chambers following the closed session. Second by Kent, all those in favor? Aye. Got 8 minutes. All right, out of executive session, no decisions made. It is one of them days.
Yeah. A whole list of things from today, but
Commission comments,
Just one.
just one?
Been thinking about this for a while. We all watch TV. We all see the violence that's going on. Churches, everywhere else. Everybody's trying to secure theirself, and we think in small Marion County, Kansas, something like that can't happen. We've spent a lot of money on cameras here, which is fine. They're after the fact. I personally believe that we need physical security for the 2 hours or whatever we're gonna meet. We have no way of protecting ourselves here. Zero. And if you think there isn't a few people in this county that hold grudges, that
Crazy, yeah.
have short fuses, there is everywhere. And so I'm not making a recommendation, I just wanted to bring it up to you guys, see you think about it. I really believe that our sheriff department could provide that for 2 hours. We would not have to hire private security.
I've actually considered packing my gun.
Well, I have too, but I understand the employees here, they don't care for people carrying. I'm sure there are times they never see it, but
Going to Capitol with one right now, so
I mean,
walk right through security. The only
I mean,
reason you know is they know you have it.
when political opponents are advocating for violence against the other political opponents, what's gonna happen? It's happening. I mean, it was no more than what we saw with Charlie Kirk or any of those. It was the rhetoric, until somebody said, well, I just gotta do something about it.
I agree with you.
well, several years ago, I must have been pretty privileged because they had somebody over here when I come to address the commission.
Depends on
I
how
should remember, I think.
hot you are.
That's a true story.
theory or the true fact.
You were offended.
Yeah, there are times when we know, when we just kind of take precautions.
And you know,
I hadn't thought about that in a long.
we all think, we all think we know everybody in this county anymore. I just feel like I don't know anybody.
So if you look at the graduation classes again this year,
So if, you know, if we need
there
to,
are so many names I have clueless of
We need to-
where or who
we
they
need to
belong,
make an agenda item to discuss,
as opposed to.
we can add that to an agenda. If you wanna do it right away, we can do it, or we can wait till whenever.
It's worth a discussion.
What's that?
It's worth a discussion.
Okay, there's an agenda item for you. That's all I've got.
I'm all about it. Discussions. That doesn't mean I'm gonna go along with it. I think the best cure to limit some of the violence is keep the communication open. That's one of the best cures, because if you allow them to sit there and believe that you're something evil and fester, then you allow them to grow into something that they wouldn't have if the communication line was open.
I mean,
But the conversation with Steve the other day on a couple things, we brought up whether we're accepting the repairs on 290th out of Lincoln Road for 140th. He's said that falls back to EBH, so I think they're very inadequate. That's what I see at this point. He did explain a little bit about them cracks, why they're so prevalent next to a tree line is, one, it's shaded sometimes on one side of the road, and even when they do that, that material is drier due to the trees pulling the moisture out of that. So if they ain't learned by now how to compensate when they get to a tree line, then that's not my fault. They should be able to watch that when they get next to a tree line. So I've got a road project out of Lincolnville with cracks, and just to say we're gonna watch that and not hold that contractor. And I went up there later that day where they were grinding, there was nobody from them overseeing what they were doing. Grinding that, which all they did was grind a low spot smoother with an inadequate patch to start with. But that's a spot much not bigger than the right here in the middle of a 20-some foot wide roadway. It's ridiculous. I mean, you're gonna have to take out 10, 15 feet and put in a full patch, or you'll never. I mean, that's what they're doing down on 140th. They patched for the third time a spot this wide. You're not gonna get that to ever hold, in my opinion. And I'm not an engineer. I just know I've got 2.5 miles of feed alleys, and I know what base I put in them and what it takes to stand up to a heavy single axle feed truck running on it daily, multiple times a day.
Just get off 35 on the exit to Peabody, where they cut those patches. It was pretty bad the other day. It's always been bad, but
Especially coming back
it's gotten
south on
really bad.
35.
you know, Mike brought up a good point. If we use an engineer on a rebuild and we have to get warranty work done on it, that engineer needs to be there. Or, you know, contractor's gonna just say, let's just.
They had a big grinding machine. They had 3 big pieces.
And I don't know if we
pieces of
need to
equipment,
have
about a
some
dozen
type of
people, and
agreement.
nobody supervising what they were doing.
If we need some agreement with our engineering firm, that has to happen on warranty work. But, you know,
Steve just didn't want to take a stance on whether it was
Every
his
road-
approval to accept it.
One at a time. One at a time.
every road that we've rebuilt, that we've had a contractor come out, we've had to have warranty work done. Since I've been on the commission, every one of them, Indigo, all of them. And we need to know that our engineer is there.
I don't want to cut you off. It was your topic to begin with. It's just.
It was just that when I asked Steve, he doesn't personally want to make that judgment whether they're acceptable. Is what I felt he was relaying.
That's his job.
He wanted to push it back to the engineering company, whether they, I just feel like what they did was inadequate. A road that's barely a year old and having issues for what it costs.
If we hire an engineer, I can see that point. If we don't hire an engineer, then yes, then it is his job, because there's nobody else above him.
That's kind of how we've handled it typically. When we do have an engineer, that engineer is the one.
I don't have any engineering degree, but I know what it takes to get a heavy use road, which is my feed alleys at my feedlot to stand up, and they've stood up pretty well. What we used for ballast was stuff out of the railroad right of ways there at Burdick. We had 2 miles that we picked up. It's that thick.
So what does the commission want to do anything about that, or what
Like I said, Darren was here and just kind of sugar-coated it as far as I'm concerned. I know the right thought.
Do we have a written agreement on, the engineer project for us, but it needs to be ongoing until at least the warranty is out. And that their representation, it needs to be on site when warranty work is done. Rather than just saying, well, you need to fix that spot and that, and contractor's gonna do the cheapest way he can do it.
What do we do in this instance, though?
There's several different ways to do it. In this instance, did we have that engineer?
Yeah.
Okay. I need to look at the contract to see, because most of the time there is, at least I usually insist upon a paragraph near the back end of it, that until it's formally signed off upon, and that can be at the end of the warranty period or at the beginning. Need to see what it says. Secondly, if we don't have anything there that we can rely upon, we can approach them to discuss. They really need to go out, examine it, and give us a written opinion. It's inadequate, or it requires this because it was insufficiently or properly subgraded and taken care of, or whatever the reason is. And then we take that to the contractor.
Talked about it.
I know, but we haven't delved into it this deeply. He just gave you the short and sweet version.
Well, it was before they made the patches.
Yeah.
When he came in.
And as to Ken's question, there is a way for us to handle that too, with a separate contract. It used to be that you had a county anointed engineer. And then we had one in-house and we went, so we don't do either of those, but we could develop a contract that they are on call in these circumstances, engineered or otherwise. On a warranty item or anything where we need some professional opinion as to the adequacy of the job that was done, that they will provide that under the following remuneration or terms or whatever. And do that on a year-to-year basis so that they're on call for us. And hopefully you don't spend a great deal to have them in that capacity, because they'll bill by the project.
That's what I mean. If they bill by the project, that should cover anything under the warranty.
I would agree. That's at least the stance we would take. I have had them say, oh, no, we didn't specify that in there. I'm like, well, you did indicate that you would do the engineering project, and implicit as that are the warranties for a particular purpose in terms of what you do as well, in terms of how you design something.
Well, I think the contractors that were responsible came and made repairs, but just
Or avoid it.
quality or to take something a big dip in the road and you take out a little spot 6 by 6 and try to patch that, it's never gonna line up. And my semi will tell me when I hit them how rough they are.
Well, before they ground them,
They ground them smoother.
yeah, it's a lot better. It's a lot better, but it's not
But
perfect.
it didn't, it's not it's still pretty inadequate repair. I think it will bust right back out in a very short period of time.
Take board direction at this point as to what you'd like us to do. If you want us to go ahead and initiate the,
Review if there's anything in our contract with them.
and if not,
And if not, we'll
report back to you and then you make the next determination.
Yeah, because
we'll try to correct that going forward.
Well, and also in this instance, your problem still exists potentially. So we have to deal with it.
Not that I'm a perfectionist, but I've been accused of it, but good, bad, or otherwise.
My commission comment is, Dave did an excellent job, in my opinion, with Dwayne promoting Marion County and trying to push that in front of the newspaper. And I really respect that.
All right.
Anything?
Nope.
All right, motion to adjourn.
Second.
Motion and a second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
People are doing it, live out of town.
Oh, I try to,